Well, last week marked a year since the 2024 general election. Voters enacted several changes to state law, from guaranteeing paid sick leave to ending school choice vouchers and legalizing medical cannabis. Since then, each one has been targeted by state lawmakers, making the wait for medical cannabis in particular take at least another year. In this final installment of The Will of the People, 1011's Jake Lawson and Matthew Mitleider walk us through the next steps for the drug and how it might impact future elections.
The legislature needs to stop disrespecting our votes, and they need to live with the results, whether they like them or not. The people have spoken, and they need to figure out how to implement the will of the people.
Every election cycle, Nebraskans are able to petition the government through what's known as ballot initiatives to enact change, all according to the state's constitution. It's a mechanism designed to let the people change laws when the unicameral struggles to find consensus. But some senators worry the process is being eroded.
We have a radical executive branch led by Attorney General Hilgers, Governor Pillen, and Secretary of State Evnen that are leading the charge to fight back against and to thwart the will of Nebraska voters.
Between increasing minimum wage, ensuring paid sick leave, ending school choice vouchers, and legalizing medical cannabis, state leaders have now tampered with 4 ballot initiatives just this year alone. This past session, Senator Jane Raybould put forward legislation to take paid sick leave from teen and seasonal workers, and it passed. She also made a pass at capping minimum wage increases.
Anybody have that deja vu feeling? Well, we do too.
Nebraska voters have also made it clear they don't want public funds sending students to private schools, with 2 successful ballot initiatives stopping the state from funding those vouchers. But Governor Pillen announced this fall that Nebraska would accept federal funding for vouchers under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
So we're going to be able to do something that even the teachers union is going to support, for crying out loud.
In Nebraska, the people are the second house.
In October, a legislative committee even held an interim study to discuss the value of ballot initiatives, hearing from out-of-state lawmakers on more restrictive measures to their petition processes. Nebraska's Secretary of State's office says it was pushed to its extreme limit validating signatures last year, worrying that 2026 could see even more. And then there's medical cannabis.
The fraudulent signatures, Michael.
Accusations of fraud have taken the issue to Nebraska's Supreme Court, which could bring medical cannabis back to square one. We asked Attorney General Hilgers how many taxpayer dollars were spent fighting medical cannabis at trial. His office cited its regular $21.1 million in funding, along with an additional $66,500. Hilgers declined an interview for this series.
We could debate whether or not that's proper.
Amid all of this, the Omaha tribe of Nebraska has worked to regulate medical and recreational marijuana on tribal land, saying state leaders have retaliated against them for doing so by backing out of tobacco tax negotiations.
Anyone who tries to go to the tribal lands to buy marijuana for any purpose does so at their own peril, and I would highly discourage them from doing that.
To use the medical cannabis issue, which has been highly politicized by this attorney general, is inappropriate, in my opinion, but it is even worse because it is unfairly targeting the tribe.
Meanwhile, Governor Pillen still needs to pick new members for the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission after asking 2 of them to resign. One of them, Bruce Bailey, told the Nebraska Examiner he felt his resignation was requested because of his lenient stance on medical cannabis, and that Pillen saw him as a roadblock.
Language to the regulation.
So far, the commission has implemented emergency regulations and approved 2 licenses for cultivators, but hasn't gotten around to licensing manufacturers and dispensaries yet. The commission, which skipped a public meeting last month, said it'll look at doing that in January. Reporting in Lincoln, Jake Lawson, 1011 News.
In a post-session interview with Governor Pillen this June, he said the ballot initiative process should be re-examined, saying unlimited money shouldn't be allowed to get something on the ballot. At the same time, state records show Senator Pete Ricketts and his mother contributed $5.1 million last year to support the Protect Women and Children ballot initiative. As our series on medical cannabis wraps up, you can find all of these stories on our 1011 Now app on Roku.